Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Rebel Creatives podcast. I'm your host, Delano, and I help creative entrepreneurs increase their revenue using the Rebel Growth System. All right, so, over the years, I noticed a pattern in what it truly takes to achieve anything in business and life. And, I like to call them the three keys of achievement, right? And if you follow the ideology behind the three keys of achievement, you will be able to literally achieve anything. All right. And this came to me in the late 2022, when I was putting together a 30-day challenge for entrepreneurs to hit a specific milestone. And I noticed that without these three things, it was likely they wouldn't hit it. And when I figured this out, I was able to approach achievement in a scientific way instead of thinking it's this elusive thing that some people get and others wish for, right? And we always talk about, luck, but you can, if you do the things that you should do, you will be able to achieve your goals, right? Now, unfortunately, you might sometimes struggle with getting things done, and it's probably not your fault, all right? So, if you're interested to know what these three keys of achievement are and whatever, keep listening to this episode, all right? Now, you lack one of the keys, the three keys to achievement, and that's what's holding you back. And most of the time, it's because it's not taught what you actually need to achieve your goals. Next is people think achieving goals is for the chosen few, right? And we even will say sometimes that is for those who are lucky, right? And most entrepreneurs have never really thought through what they need to achieve their goals. And they blame themselves, thinking that they need to do better next time, and they try to fix the problem without knowing what's missing. All right. And you don't have to keep wondering why you fall short of your goals, right? I'm going to tell you the three keys that you need for achievement and how you can apply them to your next goal. All right. So, the first key to achievement is knowledge. Before you can do anything, you first have to know how. We all know this, all right? And yet we ignore this critical step. You don't even need to know everything. You just need to know enough to take the first few steps. And as a naturally curious person, right? I'm always looking to learn about something. There are times when I want the A to Z before even taking the leap. And then there are times when knowing A is good enough, all right, for me to be able to get the ball rolling. You have to figure out what level of knowledge you need to feel comfortable taking a step towards achievement. For some goals, you need a lot more knowledge in the beginning before you make your attempts. And for other things, the basic is good enough, right? And that's for you to decide. And once that's been satisfied, it's time for you to move to the next key of achievement, which is implementation. All right. And this is where a lot of people drop the ball. They spend all their time learning to do something and not enough time actually doing it. Sometimes even spending so many times in the creative space, dreaming as we were, but not as much time doing. The thing is, knowledge alone won't get you where you want to go. Action is a must to achieve any goal. Let's look at, two aspiring entrepreneurs, for example. You have aspiring entrepreneur number one, who invests in every course they can find, every day moving, from one course to the next, making notes, rewatching, and getting the knowledge to stick, right? While we have another entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur number two, they always invest in every course they can find. They learn and they make notes at every opportunity, but they also implement and put in practice what they learn, right? Who do you think is most likely to become a successful entrepreneur? Clearly, entrepreneur number two. And there is no substitute for actual implementation, right? All the knowledge in the world won't get you closer to your goal if you never take action. And if you want to achieve something, you must learn what you need to do and go out there and do it. That alone will get you 80% closer to your goals. Now, I'm saying like get it done, do things. But again, you don't have to put everything on yourself. You can hire experts, you can hire a team, you can build your own team, all right? But at the end of the day, you can't build a team if you don't know where you're going and what you want to achieve. All right. And when you hire that team, you want it to be a team of experts. And again, it's all based on your level of knowledge. If you know all the intricacies of what you want to do, then you can train your own team. And if this is something new to you, you don't have data, you don't have statistics, you don't know everything, then you want to make sure that you're hiring experts who can fill in the gaps of your knowledge and get things done for you. All right. So it's not just you doing. It's also about you building a network, building a team of people that can fill the knowledge gaps that you don't have to and then take action. All right. Now, the final key to achievement is support. Now, this is the very last thing that you need, and this is the thing that most people actually forget about, right? They think, okay, I know what the what and the how. I'm taking action, so why can't I hit this milestone, right? And it's usually because you have no support system in place, right? A good support system not only helps you to stay accountable, but it shows you the pitfalls you need to avoid and gives you advice on what's working and what's not. Now, let's take the aspiring entrepreneur analogy a bit further, right? Both entrepreneurs have the knowledge and implementation down. However, entrepreneur two has a business coach that spends 1 hour with him every day, helping him to get him better and be more efficient at getting things done. Entrepreneur number one, they're the ones just doing it themselves. They're not, they don't have any help, no support system. Who is more likely to become a successful entrepreneur now, right? If you were to compare the two. When we look at things like this, it looks so simple, right? But entrepreneur number one that has that support system will reach further. And here's the reason: no matter how well you plan out your business, like you say, I'm at this point and I want to get to that point, and no matter how much you do everything to reach that goal, travel the path, things will crop up. Right? In my years of doing business, things will always crop up, right? But these are things that you'd never know about. These are things that is just so spontaneous and new. And if you don't know someone else who have gone through it to guide you through that, to overcome that obstacle, that hurdle, you'll be stuck. You might even damage what you're building and have to start all over again. And that is why support is so important, right? Now, here's a personal example. I've been wanting to build, successful businesses for years. I mean, years and years. And in my earlier years, I would read books, I would watch videos, and try to replicate everything I learned. All right. It was a constant state of me trying to repeat what I learned only to be stumped by unseen variables, right? And I had to learn from my mess ups, and you know some of them were permanent, right? Permanent damage, right? Not until I started getting help, real help from the different mentors and coaches and people that I've networked with, that I started to see better results, right? And if you want to achieve something, anything more. Listen, you will need these three keys to achievement. All right. You will need the knowledge, you'll need implementation, and you'll definitely need the support. All right. And there's no going around it. Right. And when I say support, it doesn't have to be a coach. It can be a partner, right? A business partner. It could be a friend. It could be some software that helps you to be efficient and be on top of things and help you out with your day to day. It could be a routine that you set up, right? It could be a process, right? It could be a community of like minded people traversing the same path, going towards the same goal that will be able to, give you pointers, inspiration, as we brainstorm things, right? But support is anything that will help you to stay the course, iterate when time comes, and keep your eye on the prize. It's about getting guidance from people who are a step ahead of you. All right. And at the end of the day, you have to just look into yourself and ask, what level of support do I need? Right? For some, they're good with a simple routine and a periodical, check in from a friend. For others, they need someone with them every step of the way, highlighting their mistakes and giving solutions. Now, once you have enough knowledge to feel comfortable with taking the first step, a plan is and a plan is in place to put that knowledge into action and a good support system that aligns with your needs, it becomes unreasonable that you don't achieve your goals. All right. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. Those are the three keys of achievement that I myself, try to follow every single step of the way in my business journey. And I will implore you, right? Do these action steps, right? I want you to write down a goal that you want to achieve for your business, for your life. And for me, I try to have a good work life balance, right? So write down a goal that you want to achieve in your business and in your work life. And I want you to decide how much knowledge you need to take the first step and be reasonable, right? For example, if you are looking to get more business, more leads, and you're looking to do Facebook ads, right? How much knowledge do you need to have to take the first step? Are you going to do it yourself? Do you need to learn how to do it yourself? Or is it that you just need to understand the basics of what makes a good Facebook copy? Then hire an expert to do it for you, with you having enough knowledge to know what makes sense and to give reasonable input, all right? You want to come up with a plan of action that's manageable, right? Once you've created your goal, what do you need to do on a day-to-day basis, week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, year to year, to reach your goal, right? Come up with an action plan, and then figure out your ideal support system and put it in place. All right. And just to use that example, if you were to say do Facebook ads, for example, for your business, if you were to do it yourself, what kind of support system do you need to make sure that if issues come up, you can solve it? Or you don't want to have to do it, how can you go there to hire the right support to make sure that you're, solving any problems that come up or may crop up on your journey? All right. And that's it for this episode. Like, follow those three keys, take these action steps, set some goals for yourself, and go ahead with your business. Now, if you are interested in having a strategic call with me, you can just visit my website, www.rebel2creative.com, right, /strategy, right? Go there and you can book a time. We have a quick 30-minute strategy call, all right? And on that call, all we'll do is get to know more about your business, where you're at, and where you want to be, and to brainstorm your next steps, right? What should be your action plan, all right? And if based on what you want to achieve, we can provide some amount of support system or maybe even help you with implementation, we will explore that if it's something that's possible, right? But at the end of the day, the most important thing is having a call so that we can brainstorm, get to know more about where you are now, where you want to be, and how you can get there, and give you an action plan that you can literally take and run with to reach your goals. Now, I won't let this be too long. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, any feedback, always feel free to reach out. I'm easy to find. You can find me on Facebook, Delano Wallace. All right. My tag is Delano the Rebel, and you can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me. I'm going to start, playing around with some other social media channels, but yeah, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can find me. My website, my main website too. I have one for my name, DelanoWallace.com. So I'm super easy to get in touch with. So just reach out and let's have a conversation and see how we can share and even brainstorm and get some knowledge out there so that we can help each other to reach our business goals. All right. Thank you so much for making it to this episode. And Delano signing out.